Okay, y'all. I'm live again on YouTube because I'm being blocked on Facebook still. So I can't reach as many people. So somebody got to share this live in the Facebook groups and on my wall and all the other stuff. Because they want to get me out of the battle before whatever the hell about to go down. So let me go share this on my wall. As Q say, the war is real. They're not gonna let us get out of here without a fight, or win without a fight. I had to find a damn channel. Things a lot more difficult now since I can't go on Facebook. So I gotta go be up here on this short, slow progress to reach people because they are just attacking hard because the FISA is going to be classified after the election, and Trump himself said it on the Ingram angle. So it's curtains for the cabal after FISA get the class. That's when it's the end for them. But they are doing other things, you know, as their date approach. So I had to go share that on my wall. But yeah, Joseph H. I want you to share everywhere, cause you know, since I can't do it on Facebook, it's not gonna be easy for me to share. So yeah, go share all those groups that you talking about. Yeah, share wherever you can. But the cabal is running scared because what's happening now is they trying to cause as much, you know, issues before they run out of time. And one of the issues they trying to cause is cause this division in the disclosure movement, because that's what the whole battle is all about anyway. And a lot of people don't know. They don't know what Q is associated with. They don't know what this alliance is and who started this alliance. A lot of people don't know shit. They just know about Q And that's all they know. And they missing a whole big piece of the pie. So like I said, they doing everything. They banned me from Facebook. I can't do lives on Facebook no more. So I'm back here. This is my second video on YouTube. So second live ever on YouTube since it's been in existence. Because Facebook is clamping down with the censorship. Because they all going down the drain. Trying to tell them, this been my YouTube channel. I just ain't been using it. This was a backup just in case something do happen with Facebook. Well, something has happened on Facebook. I can't go live. And people say, well, make another account. Well, first thing about making another account, it take a long time to get the amount of people I had. I got like 800 people on my friend list. That takes a long fucking time. And they just going to ban me again and be a waste of time. So I got to move somewhere else. But that's what I'm doing now. I'm going in the process of here trying to get all my friends to come up with here and subscribe to this channel. But it's not moving fast enough. Because they trying to suppress everything. They trying to cause all types of problems. And somebody like me who been at this thing so like 17 years, I know a lot what's going on. And a lot of people who don't know what's going on, they only know about Q, they're going to be confused about what's happening. But one of the things that's happened today, or been happening the last few days, is Teresa Yanros of the Full Disclosure Project, if I say her last name right, is out here attacking Corey Good, Jordan Sather. I think she's attacking the Spear Bean Lines. I ain't watched these videos because Jordan Sather is posting in his group today, because I'm in his group, talking about some interview she did with this guy who's associated with this group that's been attacking Corey Good and been trying to discredit the Navy secret space program. So I already knew about this, that they were going to do this again because they've been doing it. And the guy leading the pack is Bill Ryan. And what people don't know about Bill Ryan, he messed up disclosure back in 2009 at a conference when he leaked the date that Pete Peterson gave him, Dave Wilcott, and Kerry Cassidy. And he leaked the date. He ain't supposed to have leaked that date. Dave Wilcott apologized over the years since then. That was 9 years ago. Since that happened. They said if I screwed up disclosure anyway, I apologize. So if y'all been following Dave Wilcott, y'all already know about that. But a lot of y'all ain't been following Dave Wilcott, so you don't know what's going on. So that's why I'm here to help enlighten y'all to what's going on. A lot of people are confused and don't know what's going on. The situation is chaotic now because we are getting close to liberation. And all the shit that you don't know what's going on is coming to a head. So that's what y'all got to understand. It's coming to a head. And the Cabal gonna do every goddamn thing they can to suppress this. That's what, if y'all seeing this shit on another group or whatever, because y'all ain't getting notified on Facebook, so a lot of people ain't gonna get, unless they click on the link in the group, because I got a friend sharing this in the group. You come in here, you see this, you see I can't be on Facebook no more, so you gotta come here and subscribe to my channel. So when I go live here, you get notified. So I'm basically working from scratch again. Because like I say, they took me all because I don't sugarcoat it. I tell you what's going on. I tell you everything that they don't want you to know about what's going on. And I specifically attack the Archons, which is the ones been behind all this bullshit and misery in this whole damn solar system, especially on Earth. Are you familiar with the Archons? Are you familiar with David Icke? But he tell you that it's seen to be a representation of AI. But there's more to it. Corey Good came out and told you there's an AI signal that's been threatening several galaxies and have taken over several galaxies in our universe, close to this galaxy. Well, that AI signal is the Archons. It's like they exist in fourth density, but when they come in third density, it's like they being filtered. And the filtering is this, what they the end of what the abilities they got in fourth density is different from what they got in third density. So the abilities they got in third density is to express themselves as this signal, this digital signal that is artificial intelligence. So that's what y'all got to understand. So the AI, and it's not just the people on Facebook or YouTube, it's an AI. This AI signal infests those servers. They are censoring me because I've been exposing them. And the connection of the Archons connect to the AI signal. So they censor me off of Facebook. They're probably gonna censor me off here later. So that's what y'all gotta understand. So anybody coming in here, if you on my friend list, go and share it in the groups that you in, or if you in the same groups that I am, because I can't share every damn thing because there's too much going on. And I'm not on Facebook, so I'm going through another thing to put this up. So I'm going to share this later after I get live. I'm done with the live. So I'm going to slowly reach people because they ain't suppressed me because I can't go live. Okay, Stephanie. It's okay. But like I said, Teresa, I think Yan Neuro, so I've heard whatever her name is, her last name. She had broken up with Corey Good, Dave Wilcock, and Jordan Sather. And so in Jordan Sather post that he put on his group that I'm in, he put this video where she was basically working with the enemy. I mean, this is betrayal. This guy that she's working with, that she's sitting here bashing Corey Good, the Spirit Being Alliance, and whatever the hell it is. I didn't watch the thing, so I ain't want to watch it because it pisses me off. I know these people that she talking to are the enemy. If they're associated with Bill Ryan, they the enemy. Bill Ryan leaked the disclosure date in 2009, which also got a lot of people killed. Dave Wilcock tell you about this. If you didn't follow David Wilcock update articles, he tell you about this. He'll tell you about this in radio interviews. But he won't blame Bill Ryan. But since we got this dark alliance showing up, what Dave Wilcock talks about, and he talked about in the Above Majestic movie, and he talking about in the interview that they just released today. It was this morning. I watched the whole interview between Corey Good and Dave Wilcock on Third Phase of the Moon. So since he was the one that initially came out attacking Corey Good, and he is the one that leaked that date that he's imposed leak from that he got from Pete Peterson, supposed to keep his fucking mouth shut. It looked like he's leading this dark alliance. So this guy look like he's a Cabal agent since he's been trying to attack Corey Good, which means he's trying to discredit the Navy secret space program. And the Cabal and all those factions still working with the Cabal, especially those still in the Air Force that still ain't totally working with the SSP alliance. They are sitting here want a partial disclosure agenda, and they cannot have a partial disclosure agenda that's going to be successful if the Navy secret space program is believed by the public, is in the public conscious. So of course they're going to attack Corey Good and try to discredit him. Because if you attack Corey Good and discredit him, you discredit William Thompson because he backs up Corey Good. You discredit Randy Kramer because he backs up Corey Good. You discredit all the work of Michael Sala, who vetted all of them. And Randy Kramer came out before Corey Good, and he's not out there bashing Corey Good, and he support Corey Good testimony. That's why the people who are trying to discredit Corey Good don't know who they hurting. Then they helping the enemy. So these people are agents. So this guy named Joe of the Carlonas, or what the fuck his name is out here. I mean, it's crazy. It's just really crazy. I mean, I don't know. It's a lot of weird shit that been going on this whole week. Weird stuff. It's not just this. This is stuff I woke up to this morning. Because Jordan Sather, out here, he put this video on his link, this YouTube video, where Teresa Llaneros was on. And she just saying all types of crazy stuff. And then the people in the comment section are bashing Q and Pizzagate. And the people, you got dark journalists up there, another guy part of this dark alliance associated with Bill Ryan. So I don't trust none of these motherfuckers because I know they shady. And they seem to be Cabal agents. especially if they trying to call Q a LARP after all the panic the Cabal is in there. Have you seen the false flags, the pathetic ass, sorry ass false flags they've been trying? Are you telling me Q is a LARP? Don't make no fucking sense. So that's what I'm saying. They're trying to divide the ET Disclosure War because we close to the end of the ET Disclosure War. That some of you don't even know we in. You know, I remember like 9 years ago, I was 24. I'm 33 now. So I remember what happened in 2009. And there was evidence that Obama was going to be disclosure president. I don't care what you think about Obama now. It was evidence. The Navy group that was prepping him, they probably didn't know he was compromised. Or he got compromised later and betrayed them. But it was evidence that he was being prepped for that. Dave Wilcott tell you about this in his article updates and video interviews, wisdom teaching episodes. He tell you about this. So that's why I say they trying to divide, because people don't understand, especially people waking up, these low conscious people don't know what the fuck going on, don't know about, you know, the higher consciousness and all that. Well, if you get enough people sitting here convinced of something, our intention is going to affect the timeline. We're going to drive the timeline or pull the timeline to where we're going to experience, which is tied to a lot of other ET groups that we're going to experience with them too. It's very complicated, you know. So it's like they call the co-creative mass conscious, Corey Good described, where you convince enough people to believe a lot of this bullshit the Cabal wants to believe. We're going to have a timeline where that is going to be realized. So you divide the disclosure movement that's pushing for full disclosure, which a lot of ET groups are tied to us getting full disclosure, or they're not going to evolve and ascend because they've been entangled with our situation here, especially the Palladians. Then the Anshar, what Corey Good talks about, but I think the Anshar might be connected to the Palladian group. But they need us to get disclosure or we're going to be on the negative timeline. That's what you got to understand about that. A lot of people don't understand that. They don't know what's at stake. They don't know what's wrong with a lot of this attacks to divide the disclosure movement. So you got to understand that. That's why we got to unify. They don't want people in the disclosure movement to unify. They don't want people in the Q movement because Q came out, because Q is part of this alliance, which started by the Navy. Let me because I ain't got my books in front of me. Let me get my books to show y'all. It's a, you know, like a goddamn beacon or something to show y'all. But the Navy been working with the Palladians, which are ancient enemies of the Draconians, the main negative group that's been suppressing humanity for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. You know, going back to Atlantis, which was about 12,000 years ago, when Atlantis fell, because that was a Palladian colony with some other positive ET groups, and you got other colonies. But it was a war. They got driven out the solar system. Their Starfleet, the Palladian Starfleet, and their allies, and the Dracos and the Orions came in. But the Navy been working with the Palladians since the 50s to build a Starfleet, which they named Solar Wharton in the 1980s. It was being built in the 70s, and then they deployed it in 1980. And that comes from the testimony of William Thompson. Because that's what I say, these people out here trying to discredit Corey Good, they don't believe William Thompson testimony either, so that's suspicious. It's not just about attacking Corey Good, it's about attacking the whole Navy secret space program. So they definitely are agents. This Joe Carlonis, or what the fuck his name is, dark journalists, they are agents working for the Cabal. So we can't trust them. I don't give a fuck what your opinions or feelings about Corey Good is. They trying to divide the full disclosure movement and get us to turn against each other because we either support Teresa or support Corey Good or whoever, and they divide us. Because if they divide us, people are going to separate in the groups where they can infiltrate and control. And they can, and since disclosure movement is the most important movement to get disclosure, if they drive us off of getting disclosure, we're going to be on a negative timeline where the Draco is going to enslave the entire Milky Way galaxy and threaten the rest of the universe because of the Potala soul group that's here that a lot of them are asleep and a lot of them on lockdown. And disclosure is one of the ways they can get free and be awakened. That's why a lot of ET groups are healers because of Potala. And you learn that information from Alex Collier. You know, he's about the only source out there talking about the Potala. And Potala was originally from 11th density. They created 3rd density. All this shit that's happening 3rd density, attentions, physics, all this shit, they are responsible for. They got the keys to this reality. You wake up Potala up, they can manipulate the whole damn reality. And you got to understand that. A lot of people don't understand that because the Dracos have been definitely keeping that a secret. If you're not following Alex Collier, you ain't gonna know about the Potala. You ain't looking at my videos that's on Facebook, you ain't know about the Potala. That's why they had to block me off of Facebook, because I was telling them about their greatest threat. The Potala are the greatest threat to the Archons. So you need to understand that. They are the greatest threat. A lot of people don't even know about the Potala and totally lost with their debates and arguments they be having with me because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. They lost. They don't know how serious it is. They don't know how the hell we got in this situation. So that's why I'm here to try to help lighten y'all. Now I'm in a limited capacity because I can't go on Facebook no more. So that's why I said, that's why they clamping down. They coming down hard, trying to clamp down, suppress me, suppress everyone, and divide the ET Scourge move, discredit the Navy secret space program. Because still the branches of the Air Force that hasn't helped join forces with the SSP alliance, they still working with the Cabal, and they're pushing for the partial disclosure, which is a controlled disclosure, where they remain in power and they get to lie to us, continually and control us. So that's why I'm here trying to prevent and let people understand what's really going on, not the fucking sugar-coated stuff. That, oh, you just, like lightworkers tell you, you believe a certain reality or you believe, ignore the negative. I'm not going to tell you that bullshit because that's bullshit. It's telling you to be a willing slave, to be submissive and docile, and lower your guard. When you ignore the negative, you lower your fucking guard and you can be manipulated. I'm not going to tell you that kind of bullshit. I get in arguments with my lightworker friends because I'm not talking like that. That's why I call myself a light warrior. Even though that ain't a popular term, I call myself a light warrior because I'm not sitting here. And one thing about light is wisdom for 5th density. So when I say I'm a light warrior, wisdom warrior, giving you wisdom. Not giving you the bullshit. I'm telling you what's really going on. I'm telling you there is a danger. We probably won't ascend. There is a possibility that can happen if we're driven on a negative timeline. I'm telling you how they doing that. So this whole attempt to discredit the Navy Secret Space Program is all Cabal, written all over it. These people who are attacking Corey Good, Jordan Sather, they all fucking Cabal agents. They working with the enemy against humanity. They dumbass probably don't even know about it. They don't understand how the Cabal can play to their biasness, to their egos, to their fears, and manipulate them like a fucking puppet. They could be jealous of Jordan Sather's success or Corey Good, whatever, but they endangering humanity. So that's why I'm here to sit here and help y'all understand what's going on. Even though I'm in a limited capacity now. So when I go share this later, because I ain't got near as the viewers that I was having on Facebook. That's why they had to take me out, because I was telling you the shit they don't want you to know at all. They want you to be ignorant of. And so I bump heads with a lot of my friends, especially lightworker friends. I tell them, stop telling me that naive bullshit. You telling me lower my guard. You telling me when you tell me ignore the negative. You tell me to think positive thoughts and think that that's it. That's, oh, you gonna have a good life with that and good luck. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And I'm telling you that's bullshit. Don't work. Come on. Evil exists. Evil is a threat. So, like I said, I bump heads with my like real friends. So, because I'm not gonna tell you no bullshit. This is a war, and as Q said in the latest post, the war is real. The war is real, but some people don't know how complicated this war is. I'm telling you the other complicated parts of this war. So understand that. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you. I'm going to tell you what really is going on. So they had to delete me off of Facebook and stop me from going live. And I'm going to show y'all the bullshit I'm encountering. They won't let me go live on Facebook. See, look. That's me setting the thing, trying to go live on Facebook. And watch what happened. It says, can't start live video. Please check your internet connection and try again. Well, that is bullshit. How is I'm having an internet connection problem if I just got on Facebook and I'm streaming to you live on YouTube? I'm going to show you again. That's my attempt to go live. Let's try again. This is what I'm getting. And it's not the Facebook people doing that. That's the AI signal that infests Facebook servers. Y'all need to know about this. It's not people who doing this. This is this AI archonic signal that's infesting computer technology. Have you seen the movie, Terminator with Skynet? This is what this is. Skynet is real. That's what, they just ain't took over like they was telling you in the movie because this alliance has formed. So y'all got to understand that. Y'all got to understand that. There's a lot going on a lot of people don't understand. So it's just crazy. Like I said, they would not let me go live. Like last video I did, they crashed the app and they didn't even post the video that I did because there was too much revealing information in there when I was telling the truth about a lot of different topics. So they blocked me from going live since then. That's why I'm on YouTube, and I don't supposed to be on no fucking YouTube. I knew YouTube been compromised since 2009. Look, Q is posting now, as of 50 minutes ago. But like I said, we come into the crescendo. We come into the climax of this battle, this ET disclosure war, this war to liberate Earth, whatever the hell you want to call it. And the Cabal and the Archons themselves are throwing every damn wrench in the fucking machine of disclosure. They doing everything they can to stop. That's why we need to fucking unify. That's why they got this bullshit going on right now with Teresa Llanos out here attacking Corey Good, Spirit Beam Alliance, the Navy Secret Space, every fucking thing. She is out there attacking everything. I'm totally shocked. She was on my fucking friend list and she just up here working with these fuckers. I'm pissed about it. I'm really fucking pissed about this because I know these people who she going to talk to and do these radio interviews, attacking Jordan Sather and all these people. I'm really pissed off about this. Yeah, I saw that before, Jeff. The Black Panthers at Stacey Abrams. She's a communist. She worked with George Soros. She worked with the Cabal. I don't give a fuck she black. And that's why don't sit there and support no black person if you black person because they black. They corrupt too. A lot of them are corrupt too, especially in the Democratic Party. A lot of them are corrupt. If you see the agendas they supporting, you know they working for the dark forces. So that's what you gotta understand. Oh, somebody sent me a message. Trying to tell them I'm live. I'm trying to share the link in the comment thing. Like I say, when you look at my live, I'm gonna tell you every fucking day. I'm not tell you nothing to make you feel comfortable. I'll tell you what's going on. There is a danger. There's a chance we will not make ascension because there's a war that stops us from ascending. They don't want this soul group called Potala to wake up, to get free from this prison. That because third density supposed to have been created to deal with the Draco threat on a spiritual level. So it doesn't work like with weapons and stuff. They was trying to incarnate in third, because they come from 11th density. They were trying to incarnate on third density all the way up, evolve all the way up, and reach the Draco and bring enlightenment to them and basically turn the darkness that was in them back to light. Didn't work. The Draco was being controlled by these Archons, which I don't know if these Potala even knew that they was being controlled by them. But that's the story you get from the Andromedans, the 5th density Andromedans, whose contactee is Alex Collier. So that's what you got to understand. That's why they took me off of Facebook, because I can explain all this detail to you. I've been studying this in depth for at least 9 years. But total 17 years I've been studying a lot of this other stuff that when I realized the media was lying to me back in 2001. I've been looking at other stuff that I didn't look at before. On every fucking topic you can think of. Yeah, I just found out today she was a sellout. Actually, I found out the other day, but I just thought it was just she just had some problems happening. But yes, I just saw a video today that Jordan Sater dropped in Destroy Illusion group, his group. I'm in that group. And I was talking to Jordan Sater in the comments about what the hell is going on here. So the thread of that group on the post that Jordan Sater started, we finding out shit. We found out shit about her. She got a military, her family got a military background in the Air Force. Well, the Air Force is working for the Greys, the tall whites. They negative groups working with the Orions and the Dracos. See, that's what you got to understand, the context and the details of this fucking battle. And you just know they work with aliens. You don't know what specific alien group they working with. You don't know if it's the good ones or the bad ones, because they're good and bad. I told you about the Palladians working with the Navy, the U.S. Navy, that helped them build a star fleet. So you got to know the details. I know the details. I told you at least 9 years I've been heavily researching this. So that's what I'm saying. That's why y'all, whoever watching this, you need to share this to every fucking body, you in whatever group you in, because I can't reach many people since I'm on YouTube, because I don't got a lot of subscribers on my YouTube. I have been forced to come here because they deleted me off of Facebook. Well, they didn't delete my Facebook account. They blocked me from going live. So that's what I'm telling you. I'm the one taking this war seriously, even if there's some things in here that I can't verify. I only can sit there and say, well, this make a run a scenario, use logical thinking like with the Q stuff, and say, well, this makes sense. This explains this. This is what I've been doing over that deeply over the last 9 years. It's been doing that, running scenarios. Okay, if this is true, what this means? And been getting toward the truth that way, just like what people doing with the Q drops. So I've been already doing that for already 9 years deeply, heavily involved for over 9 years. So the divine frequency bullshit, well, I guess you could say that it's compromised. I guess, I don't know, you can throw the baby out with the bathwater. There's probably some good people still in that group, but she's compromised now. She clearly out there helping the enemy. I don't know if she helping it intentionally or she being manipulated into helping them, but she out here talking with the people that I know have been shady from a long time. So we can't trust whoever fuck she's associated with. If she's associated with the Joe of the colonists and dark journalists, you can't trust her. And she was on my friend list, and me and her was talking, and I thought everything was cool, and this shit shocked the hell out of me, like, what the fuck happened? And so you got people who was in this video that Jordan Sater dropped in his group this morning, because I was sitting here talking to Jordan Sater in his comment section in the Disclosure Illusion group this morning. You know, and like if y'all got if y'all friends with Jordan Sater, tag him to this live, so he can come in here and talk about it. But like I said, I was talking to Jordan Sater in the comment section. You know, I've been talking to Jordan Sater on Twitter, because I got a Twitter account that I ain't been telling nobody about, because I was just being a spy. because Twitter is enemy territory. It's been Cabal territory. It's enemy territory. So I was like a spy. I didn't really post enough. I just looked at shit. But I've been talking to Jordan Sather on his Twitter. And you can find my tweets to Jordan Sather on his Twitter. So I'm letting you know that now. I'm on, and I use my name. You know, the people that know me, I use my name. You'll know it's me. I got the same picture up there. Well, not the same picture, but I got a picture of me in on. Like I said, I was a spy up there to see what was going on, because that's enemy territory. It's like being around enemy lines. You don't want nobody to know you're there. So Joseph said, I'm actually seeing your comments about that. Yes, I take this war seriously. I've been doing this. This is 6 in the morning for my time. I'm on the East Coast. I've been up 6 in the morning since Jordan Sather dropped this in his group and say, what the fuck is going on? And I was in there talking to people, telling people about Bill Ryan, talking to Jordan Sather. I tagged him and Corey Good in a comment where I showed that video from Project Camelot in Zurich conference in 2009 when Bill Ryan gave the date for disclosure that he got from Pete Peterson, because Pete Peterson this is back when Dave Wilcox was working with Kerry Cassidy and Bill Ryan, and they did an interview with Pete Peterson, which he was told Obama was going to be disclosure president. It's an interview out there. I'm not making this up. Dave Wilcox talks about this a lot, but a lot of people ain't paying attention to all the details Dave Wilcox be saying. I've been paying attention to a lot of details that Dave Wilcox been saying, and Corey Good. So if somebody come up here and try to attack them, I can defend them, because I know a lot about them. I told you I've been heavily involved in doing, fight for disclosure at least 9 years. Deeply involved. Heavy research. So you come up here with some bullshit, I can easily debunk you. So like I said, she up here working with these people that are shady, that are suspected for a couple of years as Cabal agents. Bill Ryan, definitely I don't trust him because he leaked the date. That, as Dave Wilcox tell you, when that date got leaked, that Navy working group got killed. A lot of them got killed. This before the SSP alliance existed back in 2009. The Cabal was more stronger. So it was a Navy group that was trying to get Obama to be disclosure president. They probably didn't know Obama was compromised. Oh, he got compromised later. We don't know what happened with that. They will say Obama was threatened. So he basically turned against them because he was threatened. So he was being a coward or whatever. But it was evident that he was going to be disclosure president. They was prepping him for disclosure president. It was a lot of stuff happening in 2009. I lived through that. This is not me talking about no fucking history for somebody else. I lived through that every fucking day. I saw the fucking clues. I'm a witness to that. I'm 33. That was when I was 24. That was 9 years ago. When I was 24 years old. I lived through that. So that's why I'm saying I've been taking this war seriously, at least, when I found out we was at war, there was what was really going on. I found out, I said, yes. I said, well, shit. Because after I woke up back in 2001, I remember when I got to, I think, 1920, and I started finding out NASA was lying the whole time and all that. And I was pissed off, and I just, for 2 years, I didn't want to mess. I was mad as hell. I was angry. I didn't want no human contact. I didn't want to interact with humanity because I was pissed off at humanity for being so stupid to allow these motherfuckers to be enslaving us like this. So for 2 years, I basically stopped all contact with humans. I had neighbors I didn't go talk to. I didn't meet no friends. I didn't have no girlfriend. I didn't do nothing because I was pissed off. And when I came out of that, I came back fighting hard that I'm going to do everything I can to get disclosure. So I committed myself. So at least 9 years ago, I really committed myself to this. And I've been doing it ever since. That's why I say I woke up 6 in the morning, out of my sleep, looking on my news feed. I'm seeing Jordan Sather post this thing from this interview she just did with this guy named Joe Colonna, or what the fuck his name is. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Because I remember these same fucking people was attacking Corey Good a couple of years ago. And Corey Good was on the episode of Cobb Disclosure was saying there's an effort to discredit the Navy secret space program. Because this Air Force group with the Cabal, because they Cabal DIA, because some people got confused that the DIA is working with, no, the DIA is running that partial disclosure agenda with Antarctica disclosure and all that Corey Good and Dave got told y'all about. I know some of y'all probably already know about that. But a lot of y'all who see this video ain't gonna know about that. So I'm just giving you like a summary of that. But there is an effort by the Cabal as they go down in flames to try to stop disclosure, to try to divide the disclosure movement for we don't get disclosure. because you have no movement for disclosure. They ain't gonna be no disclosure. They try and divide them. With her sitting here being so close related to Jordan Sather, Corey Good, and they will seeing her at the conferences, and for her to just suddenly switch like that and betray them, this is very suspicious. This is very damaging to the disclosure movement, and because people support her, and then you cause division. This is how the Illuminati operates, causing division. So you see they slowing my fucking video down. They're trying to, the Archons trying to interfere. Because, like I said, they don't want this to get out. So you need to understand that. They don't like what I'm doing because I know this fucking enemy. I've been studying them since 2010. I've been studying Archons since 2010. Everything I can find up on them. A lot of stuff I found out was disinformation. Like the stuff from the Narcs that talk about the Archons, they talk about they originated with this universe. No, they come from an entirely different universe. That's when I found out with Corey Good talking about this AI signal that came from another universe. That's I say, oh, that's the fucking Archons. The disinformation was they originated with this universe. So you got lightworkers out there thinking, well, you can love because it's all part of the universe. So all we gotta do is love, send love to the Archon, and we can switch it to the light. That's if it originated with this universe, but it's not part of this universe. That's a trap. And a lot of them are falling for it. That's why I said a lot of naive lightworkers out there are lowering their guard, especially when they say ignore the negative and just think positive thoughts. So that's what I said. You got to understand. I've been taking this shit serious when I started finding out what was going on. Cause we in a serious, threat. They trying to stop us from getting disclosure. So that's what we got to understand. They're trying to get us to stop disclosure. That's why Teresa Llaneros they broke with, I don't know why she broke, but like I say, I found out today in that thread with Jordan Sather that, that her family got a military background with the Air Force. Well, the Air Force is working with the Orion Greys. That's a negative group. A lot of people been brainwashed and getting disinformation in the media because they showing the Greys, and they did that movie Paul, trying to say the Greys are good. No, they are enemies. You know, a lot of the Greys that's left is a bunch of clones. But you got these tall Greys, which are a very negative group, and they got some other Greys from the original where they come from, Zeta Reticuli. There's only a little bit, thousands of them left. You know, a lot of their race got killed off. A lot of reasons they've been doing the abductions, try to restart their race by getting some of the 22 genetics that make up the human hybrid experiment to reconstitute their race. And that information comes from the Andromedans, the 15th Andromedans with Alex Carter, and the Andromedans say they on the dead end with that because they just all fucked up. They lost their emotion, so they don't got no passion because you need passion to basically procreate. They don't have no passion. They got rid of emotion because they thought it was a weakness. So they on the road to extinction as far as restarting their race. But that's what you got to understand about that. A lot of people have been brainwashed to think the Greys are the good ones, and that's the only aliens they show you in the media anyway. There's a hell of a lot more different types of aliens they're not showing you, especially a lot of the human-looking ones. So you need to understand that there's efforts to destroy the disclosure movement, divide the disclosure movement, for they can infiltrate like they always do, and they can when they destroy the disclosure movement, we won't have no disclosure movement. They won't get disclosure, and we'll be on that negative timeline that the Anshar is warning Corey Good about, that the Andromedans are warning Alex Carrier about, and other contactees are being warned about with different other groups. But a lot of them don't know all the details of that. So the stuff coming from the Anshar is saying that we don't get disclosure, we're going to be on a negative timeline where the Dracos enslave the galaxy. The Andromedans are saying it's about the similar things, but with some other details. To Alex Carrier that if we don't get disclosure, we're going to be on a negative timeline when the Dracos enslave the galaxy. So you need to understand that. This is serious. That's why I'm not going to bullshit this. With this effort they doing, trying to divide the disclosure movement, is dangerous to humanity, because if we don't get disclosure, we're going to be enslaved. The whole galaxy is going to be enslaved. And since the Potala here, the whole damn universe can potentially be enslaved, because the this AI sitting I told you about, which is the Archon, has taken over entire galaxies. Every planet, all life has been compromised with nanites, and that's in this density. The Archons are in 4th density, but with CERN they made it to 5th density, but the Andromedans and their allies quickly discovered them. That's what the CERN thing was about. It's a hard time for them to get up in a higher density because the vibration is too fast. So you just think of the physics. Is this vibrate too fast? They vibrate low. That's how they can maintain themselves in our reality. They got to feed off the fear. But the Andromedans didn't know they can get up. They can do something to get up to 5th density. So they're trying to expand their territory and reach. So a lot of ET groups been underestimating the capabilities of Archon. So that's what you got to be on your guard. That's when you got lightworkers out there telling you ignore the negative. That's telling me to lower my guard, and that's why I don't listen to that. You know, because they don't got all the facts, and some of them probably being deceived, and I know a lot of them being deceived by negative groups acting as positive groups. So that's why I say this shit with Teresa, and you know she's a light worker. She was supporting the Anshar and stuff. That's why I say this shit is betrayal. She working with the enemy. It's like, what in the fuck is going on here? And this is suspiciously happening as we get close to the midterm. Well, Trump already said he's going to declassify FISA. Now, of course, this is not Trump doing this. The alliance setting up a perception for the public. Oh, the FISA are going to take down the Cabal. They can do the mass arrest, take down the Cabal. They basically do their strike against their enemy they've been fighting for decades. They final strike to take them out and free the planet and get brain disclosure to humanity. So that's what y'all got to understand about that. This is how serious this is. People ain't understanding that. If you got light workers out there telling you there ain't no danger, they telling you the wrong information. We need to be unified. You know, disclosure need to be unified. We need to come together, work together. They trying to divide us. Because people support Teresa. Like I said, she was on my friend list. And she was looking at my lives. And she was supporting me. So if she break with Corey Good, then those people who support her is going to break with Corey Good. They're going to divide the fucking community. And we can't tolerate that. You know, that's why we got to sit here, expose the source of this, Bill Ryan, Joe DeCarlino, who the fuck he is, I don't know nothing about him, and dark journalists, who I know when Bill Ryan came out, initially started attacking Corey Good, that he was bad news. And I saw that video, I looked at some of that video Jordan Said put in his group this morning. And you see dark journalists, because Jordan Said actually commented in that group, and you see dark journalists saying he'll trying to, attack Jordan Sather, but you see other people in there talking about Q is a LARP and Pizzagate is not real either. So the people in the comments are already deceived by the people who running this. They're not even trying to inform that Q is real, and I guess that means Joe Carlina's and Dar Jones don't believe Q is real. So they fucking cabal. Dar Jones and Joe Carlina, who the fuck his name is, or whoever the fuck else they working with, they all fucking cabal. Because Q is 100% real. Because look at the damn panic that you've been seeing the last 2 weeks with these sorry ass false flags. You see they in a fucking panic. And that's good coming from Q. What about the FISA thing? That's been coming from fucking Q. Why they worried about FISA? So you know Q ain't no fucking LARP. And they was in the comment saying Q is a LARP and Pizzagate wasn't real. And one of the motherfuckers in there was a moderator that was saying that Q was a LARP. So I was like, what in the fuck is going on here? This took me by surprise. But I already been talking about on Facebook. I already been talking about that betrayal is starting to happen because I got people in my personal life been betraying me. Left and right over the last few months. So I already knew something was happening. It was a time of betrayal. And Corey Good was told by the Anshar that, and I'm gonna read that, but I'm gonna tell you what Alex Corey was told by the Andromedans, that we are experiencing a conscious separation right now, which means that those on the field vibration, those on the love vibration are in conflict now, because those on the field vibration are being forced to disclosure by these ascension energy, or the cosmic energy, whatever you want to call, as we move deeper into this photon belt. So they're being forced to basically deal with their ego, their traumas, their fears, whatever. And they are fighting, kicking and streaming to the awakening. They are fighting it. They are fighting the shift. They are literally fighting the shift. So this separation consciousness is happening. The people around you, you out here raising conscious, they are turning against you, especially if they got entity attachments, because those entity attachments likely being influenced by the Archons optimally. So you got to understand it. And I've been having this happen with people around me. I got people that have been betraying me that I thought I can trust. So this shit, seeing Teresa when I thought I could trust her, and Corey Good thought she could trust her, and all these other people thought she could trust her, she just suddenly switched and she working with the enemy now that we all been aware has been the enemy in the Dark Alliance that Corey Good Day would call. What the fuck is going on? This is a sudden change that's like what in the fuck. So this is crazy. This is chaos. It's already causing chaos. If you look at that thread on Jordan Sather's, if you in his group, on Destroy Illusion group, you see the people up there like, what in the fuck is going on? So I didn't know what the fuck was going on until I looked at the thread and people was revealing all this stuff about what, you know, like what she was talking about. And I didn't even want to look at the video because I know those two people. When I first saw another video, I looked at another video when she was being interviewed by that guy. I already knew that guy was shady. I knew he was Cabal agent. He was a shield or whatever, you know. So, because he's associated with dark journalists. So I say, okay, this guy's bad news. So to see her up there on his show, bashing Corey Good, Spirit Being Alliance, I mean, bashing every fucking thing. I didn't watch the whole video, so I don't know all the facts. But I think she's bashing the whole idea of the Blue Aliens and every fucking thing. She probably bashing the Anshar that she once believed in. And she was telling people about the Inner Earth meetings, the invites to the Inner Earth thing. I remember saying that damn video. This is total betrayal, okay? This is your lover sitting here. This is like your lover sitting here telling you they love you the next day, and then they totally betray you when you get off of work. This is how fast this shit happened. She was on my friend list. When somebody showed me that fucking video, I immediately unfriended her because I can't trust her no fucking more. She's compromised. Period. She is fucking compromised because she helping the enemy out. Now, she probably just be a naive light worker and she being manipulated, but like I said, she helping the enemy out. I can't trust her no damn more. I don't give a fuck what she was saying then. She's helping the enemy out. These people she is associating with are enemies. They are the ones that's been trying to discredit Corey Good and the whole existence of the Navy secret space program. Which Cabal want to discredit if they want to have a success with their posture culture. They need to get all this testimony from Corey Good, William Thompson. They need to get all that discredited. Randy Kramer discredited. And Randy Kramer ain't out there attacking Corey Good. He support Corey Good. He came out initially supporting Corey Good when Corey Good came out because he came out before Corey Good. That's what y'all need to understand. Randy Kramer came out before Corey Good. And he was out there before when Corey Good came out. When Corey Good came out, he was initially out there supporting him. He still support him because he was connected to the Navy secret space program. So if you discredit Corey Good, you discredit him too. And William Thompson and anybody else. You got some motherfuckers out there who say they were the secret space program, but I don't think they were because they probably was fakes. Because they out here heavily attacking Corey Good. And this is causing division in the full disclosure movement. And we need that full disclosure movement to get disclosure. We ain't gonna get no fucking disclosure. We're gonna be enslaved in negative timeline because we need to get disclosure to be on the positive timeline and stay on the positive timeline. We're supposed to be on the positive timeline, but we're trying to stay up there. But when you have shit like this happen, before we get disclosure, you have division and infighting happening. That's not no good sign. That's helping the enemy out. So that's what I'm telling you. This is serious. She has been trusted by a lot of people. And it's for her to suddenly turn, these people are left confused. So they start turning against Corey Good. We got the Bubba Majestic movie. Even though people was mad because he was trying to trademark some words, I even got on him like that. If you don't know, you go look on his Spirit Being Alliance, you see my name up there with with these, I think it's 9 parts to a long ass response article I wrote to him. That told him this is bullshit. Because Gaia TV was trying to trademark the word disclosure. So this is bullshit. You trying to do the same thing that they doing. The community did not like it in the first place. And the community didn't like it in the first place because they attacked him. He was forced to sit here and respond to this. And his excuse was he trying to use the system to destroy the system. But he don't understand, and I guess this alliance that he's working with don't understand that the people in the community are against the monetary system. They don't give a fuck about money. Just like I thought I was the only one that didn't give a fuck about money, but a lot of people are turning against it. And that's what Corey Good underestimated in the SSP line, whoever the fuck put him up to this. They underestimated that people in humanity, especially in the Scourge, do not give a fuck about monetary systems. We want the end of the monetary system. We don't want no more about no financial system. We don't give a fuck about that. So they got on him about that. And I got on him personally about that because I think I'm the only one who wrote a long response letter to him. That letter took me 4 hours to write. And I typed it up 4 hours on one of my phones. Because I told you, I take this shit serious. So you got to understand that. So I got people asking me questions. I can't even go live so they can see my shit. Because then, you know, this is how limited I've been right now. Because I want to reach these people and, you know, because usually if they ask a question about if I had to share the live on Facebook, it'll pop up here if I was doing live on Facebook and I can answer their question. So they asked me a question on a group that I'm in, but I'm not connected to Facebook because I'm using another platform. So I've been totally limited. They had to knock me out because I know too fucking much about them. I've been studying the Archons since 2010. Deeply, heavily, every fucking thing I can grab on them. Every testimony, every fucking thing. So basically I know the enemy very well. It'll be like I know how they think, you know. But they don't, you know, they on another density than my awareness right now being limited by third density. But y'all gotta understand this is fucking serious. This whole effort to divide the Scourge movement is dangerous to humanity. The Scourge movement is the only movement out here that is getting close to getting the Scourge. Above Majestic was a total success. You know, a total success. Such as a success that people out there are downloading the video, uploading to YouTube, and of course they trying to, you know, because it's pirate copies or whatever. Which I don't understand why they, like I said, I don't support this Orion monetary system, this Orion monetary enslavement system. So I really don't give a fuck about people pirating their copies. They spreading the awareness. Don't try to control that. You know, they already had their success. They got success on Amazon at first place. They got success on iTunes at first place. And people want this information. They want the truth because the Schumann resonance is up. It's waking everybody up. It's forcing them up. It's like they got the proverbial splash of cold water. So they've been woke out of their sleep. And if it's cold water, they shivering, they pissed off, they confused, and a daze. And usually those people, if they don't get to people like me out here and Jordan Safe out here talking about what's going on, they gonna get pulled in by the people doing the doom and gloom and fear porn. They gonna get attracted to them. So that's what you gotta understand about that. So, you know, y'all gotta get that. The 15 or so people who watch it now. Because I usually have 50 or 60 or almost 100. But I'm not on Facebook no more because the Archons blocked me on Facebook. So I'm not up there no damn more. So that's the issue we're dealing with. This whole thing would happen with Teresa that's so sudden. It's got so many people in shock, so many people confused. And confusion, one thing about confusion is that leads to fear. And when you get led to fear, your free will get weakened. And that's when the Archons can manipulate your timeline and you know, and put obstacles in your way and influence you in a certain way. And people don't understand that about the Archons. They don't know how to, since they're on fourth density, they see time differently here. Because here is space-time, and fourth density is time-space. So they can move around in space, they move through time. And other things that happen in fourth density where they can manipulate timelines, because they can see, they're from an extra dimension. So you got the 6 angle directions or whatever for third density. Well, you in fourth density, you're gonna see all those angles laid out like in a plane from that perspective. You want to think about it mathematically. But fourth density ain't like another dimension, you know, like they do in math. But I'm just trying to give you an example. They have a bigger perspective. They got a higher awareness, they got a bigger perspective, they see more. So they have the ability at that level, and you had the ability, you was in fourth density, to manipulate time in third density, manipulate somebody's timeline down here. If their free will is being validated. Because your free will is like the anchor to your timeline. It's like an anchor in your timeline where it can't be, if you think draw a line, it can't be manipulated. You know, it's like an anchor. You can't pull the string to move it. It's tight. Your free will get weakened, that thing can be moved. And that's like manipulating your timeline where you can change events, have things happen to you that didn't happen to you previously. So that's how the Archons, one of the ways they attack you, they can attack you. If your free will get weakened. If you got weak will, you can be manipulated like that. Not just in the physical, but through your timelines. So y'all, a lot of y'all probably know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know, that's why I be having dialogue on my live. I be asking your question, because I've been studying this, I told you, deeply for 9 years. Non-stop. Almost every fucking day. I've been grabbing everything I can on all this stuff that's been going on. As I learn more, I just start studying stuff for hours and hours and hours. Watching hours and hours of fucking documentaries and videos. I've done all the work, the homework that I need to do to understand what we're dealing with. So that's why they had to knock me off of fucking Facebook and block me from going live, because I know too fucking much. Somebody bring some bullshit, I can easily destroy their bullshit. Because I already studied the shit they already probably just studying. Or they trying to criticize me with. I already studied it for years. I already got the edge on them. And it'll say people underestimate me. And I'm not tooting my horn, I'm not being egotistic. These are facts. You come in here and try to debunk some of the stuff I'm saying, I can destroy you. So I'm just warning you right there. You come in here with some bullshit, I can easily destroy you. Because I got 9-year head start when I went into this exponentially research. And I got a 17-year head start when I stopped trusting the fucking MSM, stop trusting the government, stop trusting the scientific community, stop trusting every fucking institution out there. I got a 17-year head start on that. So you think you're gonna come in here and have an easy time with me, you're gonna get your ass destroyed. So understand that. I know a lot, understand a lot over the years. My wisdom has grown over the years. I have the edge. So you can, you know, well, he's tooting his ego. It doesn't matter what the fuck you think. Come in here and try me. But like I said, this whole thing with Teresa Llaneros is causing problems in the full e-disclosure movement. And it's causing huge problems. It is threatening to knock us off the positive timeline onto the negative timeline if it's not resolved. And of course, this shit is happening right when we get close to the midterms, which is going to start the first round of chaos against the Cabal. And then the next round, which is going to make the chaos go exponentially higher. You know, or how the hell you want to, I guess the complexity of the chaos go exponentially higher, is FISA get declassed. Because when FISA get declassed, that's the start of the mass arrest and the unsealing of the sealed indictments, which has got the Cabal in panic mode. That's why they did these sorry-ass, pathetic false flags back to back. They basically blew their wad early. They ran out of ammunition early because people already ain't falling for that shit, and they did it so much back to back that people already caught on and started destroying that shit, and within minutes of it happening. Every one they tried. People been destroying it. The mail bomber, the fucking guys shooting at the synagogue, and other things, the minor ones. They already destroying them. So people been destroying these false flags since Ebola was destroyed, when that guy was, we had the other two guys in hazmat suits, and the other guy come out with a plain shirt and a fucking clipboard. People knew that the gig was up, that this is bullshit, they playing us. It's Ebola shit, it's bullshit. And they quickly wiped it out of the media attention because it was all exposed. It's bullshit. They was playing us. So people been, you know, had the edge on these false flags even after they dropped. It used to take a couple of days for people to find out it was a false flag. Then it turned to hours, and then now it turned to minutes. Any false flag they tried today, it's gonna be resolved in a minutes. That is a false flag. That's where we at. We got the advantage over the Cabal. And since the Potala here, we got the advantage over what timeline we're gonna have. Because you think in terms of energy, the Potala got the most access to the higher energy. The people who originally from 11th density, they got the highest access to the highest energy. There's other groups that don't originate there, and they don't got as much access. That's why a lot of ET groups are in this system, because the Potala here, and that's what's explained by the Andromedans. The Potala here because of all the ET groups that came, ported out of the sun, all that stuff, they are here because of the Potala here. Because a lot of other ETs got other agendas. Well, some of them want to get the Potala their weight because they got wormholes that connect galaxies together. Those wormholes have broke down. They don't know how they work because they were built long time ago, what they call the founders, which is the Potala. So you got groups that want to get the Potala free for they can repel those wormholes. So you got groups for selfish reasons. And then you got the groups for the spiritual reason where they need to get the Potala out because they acting like a parachute on their ascension. Some groups ain't going to ascend if the Potala don't get free. So they try to go shift up their vibration. The Potala act like drag them back down. So they got to get them free so they can shift up the levels. And this was explained by the Andromedans. So if you're not following Alex Carr, you're missing a big piece of the puzzle. So you got to understand that. That's why they had to knock me off of Facebook, because I understand that. They don't want y'all understanding that. They want you ignorant about that, especially the Potala. The Potala are ancient enemies of the Draco. The main group that's been fucking with us, fucking with our genetics, lowered our conscience, and caused us misery, eating our children, making us suffer every fucking day with this bullshit we've been dealing with. They the main ones. So the Potala are they ancient enemies. We are down to the wire. That's why the title of this is All Hell is Breaking Loose as we reach the finish line. They check a flag, which is disclosure. Because all this is leading to disclosure. Because once FISA get declassed, after the chaos from the midterms results, if it truly is a red wave, that's more chaos that already going to start on top of chaos. And you know about chaos, it becomes very unpredictable. So that means in that environment, and you can think of this in terms, because I know physics, so I can think in terms of physics. If you think of chaos like a very energetic system, and you know energy, it takes energy to, you know, create things. And well, they got something in thermodynamics. I forgot the name of it, but I think it's called empathy. I don't think it's infantry, but it's another word. But there's a concept in there where it takes energy to, if they have something like a system, it takes energy to build that system and take up the volume, a certain amount of energy. You try to isolate a system and test that system, that space. It takes energy to span that space to create that. And so you got energy to take that, to span that space. Then you got energy where they got an exothermic reaction, and it take energy for the expel the energy out of a system that you're testing. So if you got something with a lot of chaos and that's very energetic, so you got a lot of energy potential to create a lot of different outcomes. This can be like getting disclosure soon after FISA get declassified, something like that. That could be that kind of situation. We can get disclosure soon after FISA get declassified because the chaos from the red wave, and then FISA, boom, it'd be enough energetic potential there for, you know, to be a massive change, massive, you know, entanglement. So manipulations of the reality to set a timeline, to create a timeline real quickly, or to connect certain, you know, events together that can initiate, you know, things like disclosure. It's very complicated when I'm telling you, trying to understand it. And I'm trying to, and the best way I know how to understand it through physics, because that's one of the closest way to understand it. So that's what y'all got to get. This is very complicated. That's why they want to kick me off of Facebook, because if I was on Facebook right now, I have people in here commenting, and I can sit here, look at your comments, and respond. I don't even know how to respond to comments in YouTube. I have to do it in a word, but I don't even know how to fucking respond to the thing in here, because I don't be using this. This is my second time doing a live up here. The last live I did was 4 hours and 16 minutes. It's now, I've been up here 1 hour and 9 minutes. But, and of course the word is slowly spreading that I'm on YouTube, but it's yeah, it's slowly spreading, but it's not spreading fast enough. People are not catching on quick enough, because of course Facebook be messing with the notification, they messing with the news feed. So even if people looking at my posts as the first to come up, they probably be messing with it that it don't even fucking come up, so they don't know I'm doing a live. But like I was saying, you got to understand that this is very complicated what we're dealing with. But this whole situation with Teresa Llanos is very dangerous to us getting disclosure. We can't have division. We supposed to be unified. I mean, the movie was a fucking success. It was an unbelievable fucking success. We need to be fucking unified, which means we need to be working together, not just on through no fucking Facebook. We need to meet in person and work together and plan, set things up, bring each other resources, help each other out. Like you got people that can't travel, you need to help pay their way. We need to work together like that. And all that is related to building the conscience up, raising our conscious awareness to where we becoming, you know, empowered. Because we helping each other, we empowering each other because we're helping each other and we building each other up. And so if you think of the unity conscious, which is at 6th density, what they call love and light and unity, that's what that is. Unity would be working together, and if everybody's good at working together, our conscience can get, you know, we can be ready for that, even a shift of 6th density, and we can work together like that. So that's y'all got to understand about that. And of course, there's the other things. You got to heal the traumas and stuff, because trauma is a weight that holds your vibration down too. So you got to heal the traumas, you know, all that. But like I say, with this shit, what she doing can be traumatic to people and add more trauma and basically more weight to somebody trying to vibrate, making them more heavy. So you think in the terms of physics concepts, you understand what I'm talking about. If you understand the physics concepts I'm trying to relate to y'all. So like I said, this whole thing with Teresa is very damaging, very dangerous to the whole goddamn movement. It's not a good thing. And we want to get disclosure. It's not good for this to be happening. So y'all gotta get that. Y'all gotta get that really understood. We got to be unified, you know, at this point. Not being divided and fighting each other and picking favorites and say, oh, she broke with Corey Good, I'm following her, and I'm not trusting Corey Good and all this. I'm just gonna believe everything she's saying because I was supporting her. And you gotta get out of that whole supporting people and not, you gotta be able to think for yourself. That's what the problem with followers is. If the cabal can get one of the people, if they following somebody and they can compromise one of the people, then all the people following them are compromised because they following that person off a fucking cliff. And that's what Teresa doing. She bringing her supporters off a fucking cliff with her because she working with the enemy. Those people, Joe Carlinos and fucking Dark Journeys, are the enemy. Shit, they are the enemy. Okay, we can't sit here and just say, oh, I trusted her and all this. This is the problem with following. That's what you should be following people. You be thinking for yourself. This is what the ETs want us to do in the Galactic Federation. They're supposed to be empowered, not to be led astray. And the people following her are gonna be led astray because she's actually working for the enemy now. What she doing? Associated with them and openly attacking Corey Good, you know. And like I say, those same people before she even done this have been associated with the fucking goddamn this whole movement to discredit the Navy secret space program particularly. So we can't sit here and trust this bullshit. So let me find my this quote by Corey Good, what he said, what he was told, what was happening by the Anshar. I said, Corey Good and David Carter released a really good interview, and I woke up to this bullshit. I mean, y'all got, and when y'all go get a chance, y'all need to see that interview with Third Face of the Moon. Third Face of the Moon got like 700 subscribers on YouTube, so that video gonna go viral. Like I say, this shit is crazy. That now I gotta deal with this shit. I'm thinking we got a success with Above Majestic, and then this shit happened. This is the shit we don't need to happen. When people start openly betraying everything I'm out here fighting for. You know, I know Jordan Sage was pissed because he's been fighting hard. He's a young, you know, he young in this. I've been at this shit much longer than him. And to see this shit happen is very fucking unfortunate. It gets you irritated. I'm irritated. You know, I'm fucking irritated. I'm mad I couldn't go live on Facebook and do the damage I need to do against this bullshit. I'm in my limited capacity now. I got 15 people watching. I would have 51. I would have 60. I would have probably 70 people watching right now. And, you know. But let me see. This was, this is a quote from Corey Good. I think it was yesterday. I forgot what date it was. I mean, what time it was, but I think it was yesterday. And Corey Good says, Corey Good was responding to Justin Decamps, who I found out in that thread that Justin Decamps used to date Teresa. Because in that thread, I'm finding all the dirt. So I didn't know those things. Didn't care to know those things, but this will happen when motherfuckers betray each other. The shit started coming out. That know those people. Probably those people in that thread on Jordan said probably been at the conference with her. They probably a lot of all friends that know each other. Like, what the fuck is going on? This is total betrayal. Well, Corey Good was responding to Justin Decamps from Still in the Storm, and also he got a group Still in the Storm on Facebook. Justin said Justin has some very keen observations in the recent post. According to the Anshar, we are in a heavy stream of these cosmic energies, and end-time madness on a mass level is further expected. We are seeing it play out within our community just as we do on the world stage. We are seeing people melt down and becoming completely reactionary all around us at an exponential rate. I'm exactly experiencing this with people. I told you I had other people been betraying me in the last month that I really trusted. So I've been experiencing this myself. I got other people around me that on a low vibration level, they saying he'll openly, actively negative toward me in a lot of ways. Very weirdly. And what I think is those entities in them are being activated. These energies will cause more and more people to become completely frazzled and lose access to their rational minds and become completely reactionary. These energies also affecting people in psychological ways, and these symptoms are increasing on a daily basis. Not even Earth is immune, as we see the predicted increase in the volcanic and earthquake activity increase. No one is immune to these energies, no matter how service to others we have convinced ourselves that we are. Yeah, a lot of light workers out there think they on the right path. I'm avoiding the negative, I'm ignoring the negative, so I'm going to continue to vibrate higher. I'm in contact with my higher self. I'm talking directly to Source or Archangel Michael. This ain't affecting me. He's telling you that it is affecting you because you're still in third density physically. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. And you're deceiving yourself, and you in your own fucking ego, you think you're not being affected. Because what you're saying is, if you think of third density like the water, and you go step in the water, you're saying, I'm not getting wet by the water. That's what you're saying. You're living in denial, and you self-deceiving yourself. But like I said, even this said, no matter, he said, no one is immune to these energies, no matter how service to others we have convinced ourselves that we are. I too have had problems keeping my vibration at a healthy level because of the recent increase in these energies and resulting attacks and other behind the scenes issues. Anshar tell me that these energies are forcing us to judge ourselves and to force out all of our trauma and distortions to be dealt with or ignored at our own peril. So this, you're being forced, because these are ascension energies. So you're being forced to deal with the trauma. I told you trauma is like the weight. When you vibrate up, trauma is the weight that slows you down because it's like a weight. It's a drag on the if you would think of a vibrating system, if you got something putting drag on the vibrating system, you know, it's gonna eventually lose its vibration because it's gonna burn energy trying to resist the drag. It's gonna burn energy. The system will start, exponentially decaying vibration. Or you want to take a more simple way, when you're trying to rise up on a balloon, and you got the heavy weights, then the balloon, have trouble. It's fighting trouble. If it can reduce the weight, they can get higher and higher. And you think of the density displacement, the volume displacement and density. So the trauma, if you don't deal with the trauma, you're going to lower your vibration, as these energies are forcing you to deal with this. So it say at your own, if you ignore, you're at your own peril. How we respond to these energy and what they reveal set us on whichever ascension/non-ascension path we are destined to travel. There are a lot of forts in these paths, and one can easily find himself merging into a highway leading to more despair. Now it's time we need to not judge others for their reactions to their own distortion and trauma, but focus on our own. Maintaining healthy and high vibration going to be difficult from now until the foreseeable future, but it is key for each of our missions and journeys. If we don't keep our vibration at an elevated level, these energies will cause us to flame out and self-destruct. We need to focus on keeping our vibrations high as possible while also encouraging those on the same path. If what the Anshar are telling and showing me is true, the end time man is only going to increase and become more dangerous to those who are consciously on the ascension path. The blue avian message has never been important. We have to drop judgment and try to assist one another in this process as much as possible. Good luck to us all. Their message to humanity. This is the blue avian message, which I think Teresa is trying to say that they don't exist, so she ain't got no proof on whatever the fuck she's saying. I ain't watching the video, but that's what other people who watch the video. I can't stand to watch the video because this is betrayal. I told you she was on my friend list, and the thing she's saying is backstabbing. And I've already been betrayed in the last month by a couple of people. So this is really backstabbing in the back. Because I take this whole movement of disclosure really important. I mean, very seriously. I take it very seriously, this whole goddamn movement. I mean, I've been doing deeply in this for at least 9 years. Every day, focus on becoming more service to others oriented. Focus on being more loving. Focus on raising your vibration and conscious level to learn to forgive yourself and others, thus releasing karma. This will change the vibration of the planet and share conscious humanity and change humanity one person at a time, even if that one person is yourself. They say to treat your body as a temple and change over to a high vibrational diet to aid in other changes. This sounds to me like hippie love and peace message that will not make any difference. I assure you the path they lay out in their message is a difficult one. Even the unlikely chance that these technologies stay suppressed, imagine what a world we would live in if everyone made these changes to their cells. The Blue Avians also gave a warning with this message. They had tried to deliver this message 3 other times and it had been distorted by humanity. They made it very clear that this information was not to become a cult or religious movement, nor was I to put myself, and he got parentheses, my ego, before the message or elevate myself to guru status. Anyone who does so should be avoided and held accountable, including myself. Thank you. And I said Alex Collier webinar 67, Alex talked about we are experiencing a conscious separation now, something similar to what Anshar telling Corey Good. And a conscious separation is, I told you, is a conflict happening between those on the fear vibration and those on the lower vibration. The fear people who are not dealing with their trauma, who are not dealing with their issues, their fears, whatever, they are literally fighting the shift in consciousness. They're throwing every fucking obstacle up to drag themselves along from awakening properly or at the right rate. And those of us who trying to raise conscious, they see us as a threat because that's the ego trying to protect itself. So they're gonna see us as a threat and they're gonna start attacking us verbally, and also physically. That's already happening. I'm already dealing with that with some people. I had to clean a lot of people off my friend list. People I knew had a closer relationship with, I had to stop talking to them. And that's in the last 2 months. I've been betrayed twice. So betrayal is like the dish to be served right now as we get closer to the end of this ET disclosure war. That's the dish to be served now. So that's what y'all gotta understand. Is the dish to be served now is betrayal, which means this shit gonna increase. Yeah, you got people in your life that ain't really raising their conscience, still dealing with trauma. They're going to eventually betray you. Because one thing about a person in fear, you can't trust them. They can betray you any fucking time. If they are being guided by their fears, you cannot trust them. Because if you're being guided by your fears, the dark forces can manipulate them like a puppet. And they become an agent of evil eventually. If they don't learn to overcome the fears or the traumas. Because with the traumas, you get a tear in your auric field and you can let entities in. Which a lot of these entities are being, you know, they taking orders from the Archons. So you need to understand that. Y'all need to fucking understand that. We are coming down to the wire, and the dark forces are going to throw everything they can to stop us from getting disclosure, which is one of the steps toward ensuring an ascension. Because ascension is not guaranteed. We are in a spiritual war, you know, and so they're not gonna let us get out of here. I told you that Potala group, they don't want them to wake up. They don't want them to get free. You gotta understand that. I don't give a fuck about your belief system. They gonna sit here and do everything they can to stop us, and this is one of them. With this division they doing in the disclosure movement. So like I say, that shit with her is just ugh. Total betrayal. I mean, she totally betrayed all of us. This is a stab in the back. I don't know if she was experiencing this end-time madness and she been compromised because she got her own traumas. Whatever the fuck happened, I know right now she associating with the enemy. So whatever the case is, she's definitely associating with the enemy. Now here go a post from Q Plus, and this was at 12:18, 15 seconds this morning. Well, 12:18, 15 seconds Eastern Standard Time. This from Q Plus, which we might think is Trump. You've been following all this Q stuff and the VIP anon and all that. Well, Q Plus, if this is Trump, it would be like saying the Washington Post talking about distinguish was that this Q Plus sharing a link, distinguish between conspiracy and reality, and the exhibition proves it. Whatever they saying. I was looking at the link. I don't know what the article talking about, so I'm trying to read what it might be about in the link. When you can't discredit, and this was Q Plus saying, which possibly might be Trump. When you can't discredit this movement using logic and facts, you resort to comparing it to art. This is how sorry and desperate the Cabal is. They're trying to say that the Q movement is like an exhibition, like an art, like somebody want to express their imagination. So we follow in the Q because we want to be creative and express our imagination, be part of something bigger than ourselves that ain't real because we all crazy. It's like those fucking idiots that was in that video trying to say Q is a lot. That video with Teresa Llanos with Joe Carolinas is. What the fuck his name is? Carolinas, or what the fuck you call his last name? How many articles have the Washington Post released attacking the Q movement? This is continuing with Q Plus saying, why is the Washington Post dedicated to attacking this movement? Washington Post owned by Amazon, question, ABC and Amazon. Then another link, The Atlantic, talking about the details about the CIA deal with Amazon. If we aren't a threat or real or simply just a conspiracy theory, why the constant and got constant in the kill box heavy attacks? Then Q Plus shared a YouTube link. It got information warfare in the kill box and destroy the control narrative in the kill box. Power belongs to people. Where we go, one we go all. Then it got the Q Plus with the goddamn 3 parentheses, which was on their envelope with the VIP anon, which probably confirming that Q Plus is Trump. So this probably is Trump talking right now on 8chan. So that's what it looked like. A lot of that might be Trump because it's showing the whole fucking goddamn, the 3 parentheses that Q actually talked about watching out for the signifier. It's showing the parentheses, and that if you look at the Q, the VIP anon on 8chan, Well, he was on Twitter, the VIP Anon. He got an envelope with the plus. He said he got signed by Trump. They had the 3 parentheses on each side of the plus. For the 2 parentheses, you know, got 2 parentheses to close it up. Well, it's 3 on each side. And Q plus that's posted with 3 on each side with the plus. That never been done before. Never did that before. Might be confirmation that this is actually Trump saying this in the fucking 8chan. You know. So there you go right there with that. This I say we're coming down to the wire. If Trump is trying to say that he's Q plus, we are coming down to the wire where we about to defeat the cabal. So this, like I say, this whole thing about this dissension right here that's happened with in the Disclosure movie with Teresa basically attacking Corey Good and every fucking thing Corey Good been talking about, and working with Joe Corleones and dark journalists. You can't trust her no more because she just betrayed us all. That's what that means. We've been betrayed. So that's interesting right there. So the Q is putting some other shit up here. Yeah, these Q posts. That post right there was, like I said, at 12 o'clock. That was about 2 hours ago. Q telling them to have eyes on VIP patriots. And at 1:16, about an hour ago, Eastern Standard Time, Q put a Twitter link to Breaking 911 and then said, "We will protect the vote, all hands on deck." Then another one at 2:07, which is about probably about 18 minutes ago or something. Listen carefully, strategic speech to be used in the future. So like we're coming down to the wire. This fight to liberate humanity is almost over. This whole thing where they're trying to divide this disclosure movement is expected. I knew this was coming, but I didn't know where it was coming from. I did not expect her to stab us all in the back. And that's what she's literally doing. These videos, of course, are coming out fast because I saw one a couple of days ago, and then she did another one with the same guy. This is very suspicious. It's like they're trying to get it out faster. Why is she doing all these fast interviews? I would say they're trying to create this problem and divide the fucking community that we need to unify. You know, that we need to fucking unify, and they're trying to divide it. And this is not good. This is not good at all. They're trying to divide the community, and it's not going to help us if we don't fucking unify. We need to unify to ensure disclosure and to ensure the defeat of the Draco, because of the whole ideal that intention and consciousness, mass consciousness is affecting. If they get enough people believing bullshit, then the reality gonna become bullshit for them people, which is the reality is they be enslaving humanity and we be disempowered. And the galaxy. Like I say, that's complicated because you gotta be following Alex Carrier information. Let's having Pot talks some about it. But he not in contact with the Andromedas. The group he in contact is a lower density than the one that Alex Carrier in contact with. So y'all got to understand that angels. Okay, and at some point we could lose all power and communication during reset. Yeah, that probably still can happen. But I think that was a Cabal. They were saying that the Cabal tried to do that. And I think it then turned around that they might do that, try to disable the Cabal for they can't use their money or they can't travel and all that. I don't know what's going on. The situation is in flux. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. But if you want to be prepared, yeah, you supposed to get like at least 2 weeks of food and water or whatever. And other supplies you need, just in case that happens. But I don't think that might happen. It's in flux now. A lot of situations have changed since that came out. And I think that came out way back in 2012. Hey, Louis. You're an hour and 35 minutes late. But like I said, this thing with Teresa is a problem, a huge problem. And they seem to be doing interviews back to back and trying to make it a bigger problem. Like right now, I'm trying to stop this problem from growing by telling y'all what's going on. Joe and Sather had to start doing that this morning. So I'm up here now, backing him up to try to do this because they're trying to discredit the Navy program. By discrediting Corey Good, they're trying to discredit all the Navy secret space program and also the critical intel and testimony from William Thompson, who back up Corey Good. So this is a huge problem, and we have to suppress this. We have to fight this and stop this, because we can't afford no fucking goddamn division in the full disclosure movement. And Teresa's out there helping the enemy out. She totally betrayed us all. She stabbed us all in the back. And these are the facts. You go look at the video yourself. She's stabbing us all in the back. So I don't trust nothing she's doing anymore. So she can't trust her. She worked with the enemy. These motherfuckers been the enemy for, we know it known they're the enemy for at least 2 years. So we can't trust her, what she doing. I don't care you support her now. She is turning against all humanity, what she doing, helping these people out that we know are shady. No, not Mother Teresa, she's dead. I'm talking about Teresa Llaneros. She betrayed us all. That's what I'm talking about. Your Ensatha old girlfriend. The new sealed indictment count was put up about an hour ago by one of my friends on Facebook. It's at 61,332, and that is being entered from October 30th through October 31st. An average of 5,111 per month, and that 111 might be some resonance with people who look at numerology. So this is a big deal. It's at 61,000 now. And when this shit started happening, Benjamin Forford was told it's going to go up to at least 70,000. It looked like it going up to at least 70,000. Like his intel probably was correct. So like I said, I've been telling people on Facebook, get ready, because it's going to start getting chaotic. And where we at? We in the chaos now. All types of unpredictable shit is happening. I did not see, nobody ain't see Teresa betraying us like this. And, you know, it's like, what in the fuck are you working with the enemy for? What the hell is going on? Why are you working with the enemy? So, you know, it's like, what? And I think when they was attacking Corey Good, I think she was supporting Corey Good then. I don't know when they really got together and started working together. But this is a huge 180. You are helping the enemy that's been trying to discredit Corey Good and the Secret Space Program because they talk bad about William Thompson and all that. They're trying to discredit everything. They are working for the Cabal. It's obvious. As a China discredited Navy Secret space program, they work for the Cabal. So you gotta understand that. We cannot trust any fucking thing that they talking about, or now we can't trust any fucking thing that she's talking about. We are in a critical time now. We are down to the wire. We cannot afford to sit here and let people like her damage the fucking movement, destroy the unity that we come into with the success of Above Majestic. You people ain't realizing how successful Above Majestic is. How much people is reaching now. People ain't understanding that. If you are ahead on iTunes and Amazon, you a big fucking deal. That's a huge impact on the conscious of humanity. And he still ain't sell it on the other side of the world yet because they got to put the subtitles in for the people over there, other side of the world can watch. So when they do that, it's going to spread exponentially because the other side of the world is more awake than those in America. So you got to understand that. More awake. Yeah, be around the motherfucker that fucked up disclosure in 2009. So you got to understand that we are in a critical, we down to the wire. And it is so chaotic out here now. I told you I had 2 people betray me in the last 2 months. And so Teresa, that's betrayed all of us. And you got all these pathetic false flags. I just been banned on Facebook Live. This never has happened before. I've never been banned from doing a live. I've been in Facebook jail before, but I'm not in Facebook jail. I can still post on my thing. I can still post in groups. Usually what they've been doing for like almost the last year is just banning me in fucking Facebook groups, posting in Facebook groups. That ban has been lifted, but they still won't let me go live. All they keep saying is I got a connection problem, which is bullshit. I don't got no fucking connection problem. And I got 2 phones. The phone I'm doing my live right now on YouTube with, I tried it. And I just recently updated this phone. And for a long time, I didn't want to update it because you don't trust fucking update because a lot of these phones are compromised by AI, so the updates are just the AI adapting. But the other phone ain't updated. So I tested on the other phone to see whether this is a software problem because I did an update. No, it still keeps saying no connection, can't get a connection. No, they blocking me on Facebook. They don't want me to go live because they're scared of the reach I can get. And they're scared of the influence I can gain. And stop all their fucking agendas and all their plans by gaining influence on people to get them to understand what the fuck is going on. So that's why I've been forced to come here to YouTube because I've been destroying their ass on Facebook, waking people up left and right. I've been waking thousands of people up. And I've been doing this almost a year and a half. So I started this back in February of 2017. So we about to go into a couple of months into 2019. So the next February is gonna be 2 years I'm gonna be at this. It's gonna be 2 years I'm gonna be at this. I've been at a YouTube, though I just ain't been using it. It was a backup for this situation that we in now. This was the backup channel, my backup way to do lives. But now I got to get all these subscribers up if I can get a lot more people to reach. Because I can't reach that many people right now because people don't know about my account and the news ain't spreading fast enough. But like I said, we down to the wire now, and it's just getting very chaotic, unpredictable. That's what chaos means. Very unpredictable. Any fucking thing can happen. Any fucking thing can happen. We gotta be watching out for anything. Anything. Like I say, after FISA drop, with all the chaos from the red wave, we could probably get disclosure probably following that week or 2 weeks or even a month if you want to try to be conservative with it. We probably could, within a month, can get disclosure after FISA DECLAS, after mass arrest start, after the sealed indictments start being unsealed. We probably get disclosure right after that. Die down. Because it's going to be very chaotic. No, they're not winning. They just causing problems where they have a possibility of winning. But we are going down to the wire. When the election come up, that's going to be the first round of chaos toward the Cabal and damage to the Cabal and their agenda. But when they declassify FISA, all hell is going to break loose. That's the marker. And Q is up here posting even a date and told you a day ago, or 2 days ago, that that's basically the marker of FISA. This is going to be the start of the mass arrest that we've been waiting for, or you've been hearing from Dave Wilcock since 2009. I've been waiting for it since 2012 when I became aware of Drake Kent and Cosmo Voice. So that's what you got to understand. This shit is going down to the wire. And the chaos right now is expected from the enemy because they desperate, they're in a full panic mode. And they just willing to do anything because they don't got no other choice but to try to do anything, to try to stop this. So they in full desperation. They doing all types of ridiculous stuff and making all these mistakes, like with all the back-to-back false flags that people was already destroying. They were destroying so fast they didn't realize they were destroying it. So they do another false flag when they saw that story die and the people was debunking it. And then they did another one and that died and people debunking it. So they did some little minor ones and it's still dying and people debunking it. People ain't falling for this bullshit anymore. A lot of people are already awake. They just don't know what's going on. They confused being awake. You know, they don't know nothing about the Betrayal. They probably in the fucking fear porn, doom and gloom, Project Blue Beam, you know, FEMA camp thing. And they're not at the level where I'm at, talking about this other higher stuff and universal war going on. So, but a lot of people are awake and they're not falling for simple tricks with these false flags. People are analyzing shit more, looking at, taking second, third, fourth, fifth looks at things. And a lot of this success comes from the Q operation that has been very successful, unbelievably successful. So that's what you got to understand about that. We are in the final stretch of the ET disclosure war, and we are winning. But the Cabal is sitting here fighting tooth and nail, and somehow they compromised Teresa Llanos, and now she's out here, you know, putting all this bad shit out there that is causing problems for the rest of us in the movement. She is a problem now. She's an issue working with the enemy and turning against every fucking thing we all been fighting for. So I cannot trust anything she's saying no more. Anything she involved in cannot trust. She's a suspected Cabal asset, or she been compromised that she became a Cabal asset. So that's what y'all got to understand about that. We cannot trust nothing she's saying no more, nothing she's doing, nothing she involved in, because she's working directly with the enemy. So understand that. Unacceptable. Total betrayal. Total stab in the back. This is like I sit there, gave her a hug, and then she stabbed me in the fucking back. They killed me. And why do you do it? You just betrayed me. Betrayal is a quiet thing. Betrayal is quiet. You don't see it coming. You trust somebody and they betray you. You lower your guard, then they stab you in the fucking back. And I know because I've been betrayed a lot over the years. By these weak ass fucking people in my life that sit there and pit their fears over trusting me. Literally, that's the situation. They got guided by their fears. They let other people talk nonsense in their head to turn against me. It happened. Has happened several times. So betrayal is a constant feature right now in all this chaos. So, and when you're in chaos, that's what fear is become the dominant. When people don't know what's going on, they're confused, they're in fear. If they're in chaos, that's become the dominant energy, is fear. So people easily fall for the fucking fear porn. Because they're already in a state where they're apathetic, they don't see any positive thing ever coming, and they expect the negative. And they always usually expect the negative to happen. So that means they're going to be expecting a negative fucking timeline. And they keep expecting the negative. Because they don't know how the fuck their intention relates to what timeline we choose. They don't know about their awareness. So it's just this stuff is so complicated though. But this thing with her, it's causing us a lot of problems because it's going to affect the conscience in a negative way if we don't resolve this shit. And the shit that started a couple of days ago. Well, we need to kill this thing in its spot and not let it spread. And like I say, Jordan Satan started this today, and I'm basically doing the rest with this live. And I guess somebody else can do it, but we can't. And like when Q came out, you saw all those people that people trusted, like David Seaman and all that, and anti-school. They all betrayed us all because the Q came out. A lot of them was in it for the money, and Q was exposing people for the money, and they was making money off of trying to wake people up, and they all got exposed as frauds that was trying to make money. So that's the problem. This is about liberation, and the Alliance it pissed off about that because people have been killed over the decades that they've been trying to take down the Cabal. So you see somebody trying to make money and trying to disinform their operation, which is the Q operation. Of course, they had to bring those people down. But they basically let them hang themselves because they didn't actually take anti-school with them down, David Seaman. People started turning against their ass when they tried to say Q was a lark. And when Q kept proving themselves as valid, they kept doing it anyway. So people stopped trusting them no more. And so they basically irrelevant now. People don't really listen to David Seaman like they used to. He's irrelevant. He don't mind no more. They're totally discredited with a lot of stuff. Well, basically what he's saying about Q. Not this Pizzagate stuff. He was a hero on Pizzagate. But if you know that line in Batman, one of the Batman movies, the new ones, die a hero or live long enough to be the villain. Well, he didn't die. They didn't kill him. So he basically became the villain because he was still having belief systems. He was still in Christianity when David Wilcock tried to come to David Seaman to tell him about all the stuff that I'm telling you about, BT Presence and the secret space program. And he didn't want to believe David Wilcock because he was still stuck in religion. That's another thing. You can't trust people who are stuck in religion. They're going to betray you because their religion is what they loyal to. If you say anything, do anything, threaten their religion, they're going to betray you. So you can't trust people in fear. You can't trust people who religious. So that's the type of people you can't trust. Is people who guided by their fears and people who are in religion. Because basically in religion, you just being put in your fears. You being put in your fears. You being terrorized into fear with the threat of hell and burning forth forever in eternity and blah blah blah. So you've been terrorized into fear, traumatized into fear, and you've been weakened in your free will, and you've been becoming submissive because you be put into a slave mentality when you do religion, when you do worship. You get stuck in worship, people can guide you through your worship and beliefs. You become a slave. And you need to understand that. That's why I don't do no fucking worship. I don't do no religion. I got friends who say they pray to their ancestors. Well, pray is a red flag for me because that's worship, and I don't do worship. So don't come to me talking about praying to my ancestors because that's the wrong shit to bring to me. I don't do no worship. The enemy has been very good at using worship as a trap to influence people and manipulate them. So I don't do that bullshit. So don't come to me talk about no fucking ancestors. I don't care about that. I'm not praying to my ancestors because I don't do no prayer. I don't do no praying. I don't do none of that worship shit. So, because that's a trap. So I bump heads with a lot of my lightworker friends who believe that shit. I don't believe it. Shit. They be worshiping archangels and stuff. Some of them go, I'm talking directly to source, so you sound like a Christian. You tell them, well, I got my information from source. Well, I can't question you because you got your information from God. You sound like a fucking Christian. That's a problem with me. Telling me I can't question nothing you say, and I just got to believe you and don't listen to nobody else that's listening to you. That's not going to work with me. That's you being egotistical, think you know every fucking thing. And no, that's not going to work with me. So I don't do none of that worship shit. And I don't sit there and do that shit, well, you got to trust me because I'm talking directly to source shit. Or I'm talking to Archangel Michael or whatever. I don't give a fuck who you talking with. You telling me some bullshit that don't make any sense, I'm going to question it. And we're going to have a conflict because we're going to have an argument because I'm not tolerating that bullshit. And a lot of bullshit out there. You know, a lot of bullshit a lot of light workers believe. And I can tell you, Teresa was a light worker. So she probably one of those naive light workers and got manipulated to serving the dog side now. Because that's what it looks like she doing. She keep making these goddamn videos attacking the disclosure movement. Amy Wells, where do you get your information from? From 17 years of research, from watching, averaging 3-4 hour documentaries over those 17 years, following all these insiders from Project Camelot, following contactees like Alex Collier, Simon Parks, watching hours and hours and like averaging out 3-4 hours of their interviews over all those years, especially over the last 9 years. I've been, looking at articles on internet from channeling information, Law 1, other channeling sources, contactee information, books. There's so much shit I got my information from. And I can reference all that stuff if I can still find it. But a lot of stuff I still can find because they be deleting shit online. But y'all can reference all that shit. I can tell you where I get the stuff from. Other stuff, my own intuition, my own discernment, because I can think for myself. So I can run logical scenarios and see what makes sense, what don't. And a lot of that's where my information coming from. So that's what you gotta understand about that, Amy Wells. Well, like I said, Teresa was a light worker. And I know about a lot of light workers, and a lot of majority of them, they are very naive because a lot of New Age teaching is very disinforming, very making you lower your guard and become a submissive slave and a willing slave. And when you talk about ignore the negative, what ignore is ignorance. You separate ignore as ignorance. So, when you take out the ignore, when your ignorance is the same as ignore, you separate ignore from ignorance. So they ignoring the danger. You say ignore the negative, that's like lowering your guard, saying, well, I ain't got no danger. You become complacent and say, well, nothing can harm me because all I got to do is talk to my higher self, talk to Archangel Michael, Source, and blah, 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 and be guided like a fucking puppet. And that's what a lot of light workers do. And that's probably what she did. But she been guided to the dark forces. They're trying to stop disclosure. Because a lot of them got egos and belief system that they don't want this stuff to be real, so they easy pickings for the dark forces. And that's what Joe Carlon is, or what the fuck his last name is. That's what Dark Journalist is. That's what Bill Ryan is. They are easy pickings because they don't want this stuff to be true. Or they actually working with the Cabal as agent. They've been agents the whole time. And we just now finding out because of the actions they taking that we can't trust these motherfuckers no more. So they could be, like I said, they could be jealous. Like Dark Journalist, Joe Carlon could be jealous of Jordan Sather or whatever because they not big as him. And they probably got approached by the Cabal, posing at somebody that want to help you, man, and they got food because they own ego, they own greed for money, they corrupt and compromise, they got bad character. So they got manipulated, and now they don't know what they doing is going to fuck them over in the end because this can possibly enslave the whole fucking galaxy and we don't get disclosure. You need to understand that. That's important to understand. We can't tolerate no fucking division in the disclosure movement. Or we would threaten the whole fucking galaxy and potentially the whole universe. Because you don't even know, you're not aware of what we're dealing with. You don't know about the Potala, you don't know that the Potala here on Earth, and they're not just incarnating on Earth, they're incarnating on 21 other worlds. And this information comes from the Andromedans. The Potala here are very important, and the Potala on those other worlds are very important. If this world go down, then the Potala will be under control, it'll be in enemy hands, basically. You gotta think of this in terms of military. It'll be in enemy hands. And Potala, the most powerful soul group in this galaxy and in the universe. So you need to understand that. That's a really important part of this you need to understand. Or you're not going to understand what's going on, what we've been dealing with, why certain things are happening, why the enemy is doing this particular thing. That's why they divide in the community, because they want to make sure we don't get disclosure, because they can help wake the Potala up. That they don't want to wake up. They want to keep them ignorant and on lockdown, and they don't become aware of who they are. Louis said, a Christian person told me that the original cross was the letter T. It do look like the T, don't it? Damn tough. But like I said, we got to sit here. You got to sit here and not let this shit go on. We got to resolve this now. Can't let no divisions like this spread in the disclosure movement. We got to suppress this and kill this off at its source. And I told you, Jordan Sather already started it this morning, and I'm basically finishing it. Because, you know, who else? Because, like I said, you had Teresa out there, you had Jordan Sather, you had the insider Corey Good, you had Dave Wilcock. Richard Dolan don't seem to buy Corey Good testimony. He probably just skeptical. I don't know if he's actively trying to destroy disclosure, but he seemed to be doing it indirectly if he's associating with these motherfuckers. He probably don't know nothing about those motherfuckers and what they've been doing, but he, you know, don't want to believe William Thompson testimony. He's becoming a problem too, especially if he associated with them. Because I think I saw an interview on YouTube where he was doing an interview with Dar Jones, and that's not good news for Richard Dolan, because he associating with, he don't even know which is his enemy, because those people are working against humanity. So he don't even know yet that's his enemy, because he's skeptical and don't want to believe the testimony of Corey Good William Thompson. He's a problem then, because we out there trying to make opinion. He's saying they're becoming a problem if he's associated with them. He's becoming a problem too. Anybody that ain't saying here trying to unify the community, having infighting, not understanding Above Majestic is a good movie, and you're not supporting the success of a good movie like a disclosure movie that never has happened before, you are part of the problem. You are helping the enemy out indirectly, even if you're not doing it intentionally. And Above Majestic is a huge fucking success. It's like the Avengers for disclosure, the Infinity War. How Avenger Infinity War or the Black Panther movie was such a huge success. Well, Above Majestic is like that for the disclosure movement. It's like the Avenger Infinity War for the disclosure movement. So that's what you gotta understand. We can't tolerate no division like this. We gotta do everything they can to discredit her and those fuckers she working with. Period. Can't let it spread no further. Discredit, discredit, discredit. So we gotta go do background check on her videos. Like she said in one of the videos that she did not know about QAnon or did any research. And then somebody found some video where she did do that. So she basically been contradicted. But we gotta destroy her on that and expose her as a liar, because she out there hurting the community. And so that's why I said we gotta stop this shit and kill it in the tracks. It's just cannot be allowed to spread. It's too much at stake. So like I said, the 12 people here, I could take some of y'all questions. Well, I go see if Q posting some new posts. Okay, the latest Q post was 2:37, which was about 30 minutes ago. 5 eyes on VIP Patriots, because they told me the people at the rally. But Like I said, this must be, we are down to the wire. The Q team, the Alliance, are definitely getting us ready because it's about to drop. So understand that we are in the wire. It's about less than 2 days, I think, into the midterms. That's another marker. And when FISA get declassed, that's another marker. That's a second marker. But both of those markers are going to be chaos. When the first thing have chaos, then the other one going to be chaos. They're going to feed that other chaos. And in that situation, we can have a high potential for getting disclosure. A high potential, very high potential getting disclosure. If we feed off, if that chaos feed off the initial chaos to that. Especially if FISA is just released the next day after the election results and the red wave and the pissed off liberals and the panic cabal people. It's going to be held all breaking, all hell loose. All the shit going to really hit the fan. So the potential going to be high for the shit to really hit the fan. They're going to start hitting the fan in masses. Big chunks. So you got to understand that. That's why we can't tolerate no fucking division in the disclosure movement when we got a major success with the Above Majestic movement. Major success. It's like Avengers, the Infinity War for disclosure. That's how successful it was. Like Black Panther for disclosure. That's how successful it was. So that's what you got to understand. We got to sit here and make sure we destroy this division, isolate it like a cancer, and kill it. So people are already attacking her and trying to discredit what she's saying because she's out there openly attacking Jordan Sather, the Spirit Being Alliance, the Secret Space Program, Corey Good, every fucking thing. She just all out there doing back-to-back videos with this Joe Carlini motherfucker just saying bullshit. So she turned total traitor. She's Benedict Honor. That's what she is, Benedict Honor. She's a total Benedict Honor. And she had betrayed us all. She had stabbed us all in the back. I didn't want to believe this was so because I said she was on my friend list. And I was trying to be cool with her and talk to her. I did not see this coming. This is total betrayal. Total fucking betrayal. Total betrayal. This is real huge betrayal. Unacceptable betrayal. Has to be dealt with. We got to discredit every fucking thing she's saying. There's a lot of people out there proving crew to people in disclosure, and we got to discredit everything she's saying. Got to expose her as a liar. So you got to understand that. Got to expose her as a liar. Spreading disinfo. Use her old videos that she ain't done, that she not even aware of, to expose her, which especially what she said she don't know about who Q is. Use that to expose her because we got to do that. We got to isolate this shit and not let it spread to divide the community. Her supporters turn against all of us. Like I probably got some of her friends on my friend list that gonna support her, and then if I'm still supporting Corey Good, they're gonna attack me. So in that situation, I just be deleting people that I know associated with her, because this is a war. And if she like in my under my command or whatever, one of the soldiers, and I got other soldiers that her friends, then she betray her, and then I'm basically about to arrest the other soldier who I know got close association with her because we're going to interrogate them. You're in a military situation. We can't just let them sit here and run free, because what I be saying what happened when they first started attacking Corey Good, the people that did not like Corey Good, who was on my friend, they started attacking me because I was supporting Corey Good, and I had to unfriend them because they started attacking me, and that became a who problem. Hakan, Teresa Llaneros, Jordan Sather old girlfriend. I don't know how to type in this damn thing. I've been trying to learn how to type in this shit, and I don't know how to type in here. It doesn't tell me how to type. from this mobile phone. Like, see, it doesn't tell me how to type. It won't let me type. Yeah, that's it, Joseph. She was on with this Scientology looking motherfucker show. Unless you talking about Joe, whatever the fuck his name is. His ass, yeah, whatever the fuck he is. That guy been shaded for a long time, I've been noticing. He been always attacking Jordan Sather. And the way he been attacking Jordan Sather, it seems like he's obsessed with Jordan Sather. Which telling me he either is jealous of Jordan Sather or he's an agent. He come across me with that bullshit, I'm gonna tear him apart. Because he messing with something that I've been fighting for at least 9 years to get. When we almost had it in 2009. And he up here fucking it up. So me and him gonna have a problem. A serious problem. Like when I meet this motherfucker on the street, we gonna have a problem. So half of his videos are hit pieces. Yeah, I've been noticing. He been attacking Jordan Sather a lot. He seemed to be jealous of Jordan Sather or he's an agent. This guy cannot be trusted. He's a fucking agent. He working for the Cabal. What's left of the Cabal, because they been destroyed and they dying. They in their death nails. They grasping for their last breath as we enter the final stretch. So this motherfucker is a problem. So like I said, when I saw him how he was attacking Jordan Sather, I knew he was a problem. He's obsessed with it, Jordan Sather. It's always Jordan Sather this and all, always attacking him. Jordan Sather don't even hardly talk about this guy unless he get too much, doing too much to get his attention. And that's like he's trying to get his attention. So he sound like a fucking agent. He seemed to act like a fucking agent. And we got to sit there, attack these people, expose them. So I say, you think in terms of military situation, if he's the enemy, we got to arrest him or take him out. But I'm not telling you to kill him. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying we got to discredit him, expose him for his lies, and argue back and debate with him and whatever, and destroy his arguments. Because he's basically become an enemy to the Disclosure movement. He's becoming a total enemy to the Disclosure movement. He's fucking up Disclosure for what he's doing. Him and dog journalists. The Navy has been this alliance that's been in the background making sure we don't become fucking breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the fucking Dracos, all of humanity. That's what they've been doing, the Navy. And they out there trying to discredit the Navy secret space program. They're not helping us out. They're becoming a fucking problem. That was that piece of shit ever come across me, we're going to have a serious issue. So that's why I said. Whatever happened to Cobra, he's been gone except for the same old crypto post. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Cobra. Maybe he's dead. I heard he's dead or he's been compromised. I don't know. There's a lot of strange shit going on. I don't know. If you got the same crypto, you got something that we notice that ain't right, then something ain't right. If something that don't seem right with that, then it probably ain't right, and something else going on with that. Everybody's shocked by Teresa Norris. She's totally turned against everybody, all of us. All of us who want to scold, she turned against all of us. She done stabbed us all in the back. She done went to the enemy side of the battlefield. She deserted us and went to the enemy side of the battlefield. I don't know what the fuck caused this, but the fact she immediately started associating with those motherfuckers, this is very suspicious. She could have went to, other people like George Norrie or somebody, or Jimmy Church. But Jimmy Church, of course, is associated with Corey Good and Dave Wilcock, Emery Smith, and all them. So she couldn't go there. And that's another thing. She was friends with them. This makes no sense. She betrayed every fucking body that she was close with. She working directly with the enemy, helping the enemy out. Basically giving the enemy secrets to use against Corey Good and Dave Wilcock, saying, secrets that he probably told her or something because he was trusting her. They're gonna try to use that to discredit him, you know. And I saw people in the comments saying that, oh, she got, I mean, in the comments on that video with Joe Carney in that interview with her, oh, she got the goods on Corey. So they all want to destroy Corey. Don't know it's gonna fuck us all if they destroy Corey good, because they're gonna discredit the Navy Secret Space Program and push us on a negative fucking timeline. They don't even fucking know what they're doing. Because they ignorant, don't know what the fuck going on. The same fucking people on that goddamn video is trying to discredit Q and Pizzagate. And they don't know what the fuck they doing. They don't know what they really fucking doing. They either got bias or hatred or something, and the enemy is using that against them to destroy us all. Shit. Stupid motherfuckers. This is why the fuck they blocked me on fucking Facebook. Because I ain't playing with this shit. This is serious to me. I'll talk about shit that, yeah, you can't prove this shit. You ain't had no experience and all that. How you know this stuff real? You crazy. And I'm being crazy, but I'm taking it serious crazy. I'm taking my craziness seriously. And that's why they blocked me up there, because this shit is real. And since I'm taking it seriously with passion behind it, that's convincing people. You know, that's convincing people. And I've been convincing people. So that's why they had to kill me on Facebook Live. And I've been forced to come here on YouTube. Exactly, that's why. Because I'm passionate, which is convincing people. Hey, this shit is real. He's taking this so seriously. And also, I can make these arguments and explain things to people. If they ask questions, I can explain them, help them understand things. That's another thing they don't want, because they want people to be ignorant. Ignorance, you know, ignorance. Ignore the negative. Lower your guard. Make yourself vulnerable. That's when you become ignorant. And when you ignorant, your fears start guiding you. Yeah, Tangelo, they are definitely scared to death. That's why they blocked me on fucking Facebook and forced me to come here. They are definitely scared to death. Definitely. They're terrified. We're in the final wire, the whole damn matrix control system, all the way up to the Archons are panicking. All of them are taking steps to try to stop this. Every last one of them, every fucking level is taking steps. This is so critical what's coming up. What's about to start with the FISA is so critical. They're going to show this wide corruption. They're going to have people, you know, totally discredit all the institutions, you know, which they need because they've been trusting them. The media, everything going to be exposed. All these motherfuckers who trust CNN, they're going to show how corrupt and criminals they are, because the FISA ain't going to start Pizzagate being the revelation of Pizzagate, and the WikiLeaks revelations about how the media was basically working with the Cabal, how they're working with bankers and corporations, the Hillary Clinton campaign, because she's Cabal. So if they're working with her, they're working with the Cabal, and that's what's exposed in the WikiLeaks. All that stuff can be valid after FISA showed how corrupt Hillary and Obama administration was. Then that whole hold that people have, I mean, they got on those people, will be broken. Then things like what Above Majestic has exposed, how successful it was, that gonna be pressure to get disclosure real fast. That's why we in a good position right now. And when you got Teresa coming out here betraying us all like this, when we close to victory, this is fucking unacceptable. When we close to victory, she go work with the fucking enemy. This is bullshit. Unacceptable bullshit. Helping the fucking enemy out when we close to victory. Hakan, you got any views on Donald Marshall? I got friends who follow him. I done heard some of the stuff he talk about, like the eye, the little black eyes, some thing they put in there with the real or something. I don't know details of, but I got friends that do follow him, so you know a lot of stuff he talk about does make sense. I'm not saying everything he's talking about is the truth. A lot of stuff he sound like is fear porn when I first heard it, but a lot of stuff he talking about seem to make sense because he talk about underground base. I think he talk about the reptilian real or something. I don't know the details of, but just don't assume that he got all the facts, because a lot of people, when they talk to insiders or whoever, they think they got all the damn thing. They are compartmentalized. They don't know every fucking thing going on either. And the Dracos and Orion, that's how they build their control structures. They don't want to tell the people even they controlling that they know what they all know, because they can overthrow them. So they keep shit secret. The Dracos, even the Dracos who work with the Nazis, they didn't tell them everything or give them all the good technology because they can overthrow them. So with that situation, you got to assume, just say, okay, he got a piece of the puzzle, but don't assume everything he's saying is true. Yeah, I heard about the cloning stuff from other sources. So that's what I say. Just don't assume that he got the whole truth. Just assume he got a piece of the puzzle. But like I said, this is bullshit. I'm pissed off about this shit happening with Teresa. She was on my friend list, so you know how backstabbing that was. I was actually trying to get to know her because she was on my live supporting me, and I said, look, I'm gonna go to one of these conferences. I'm gonna meet her and Corey Good, and we're gonna all be cool and hang out together and stuff. And so that's what I was like, what the fuck is this? This is very suspicious that this happened when I was, you know, I'm about to go to one of these fucking conferences, and you sit here and you fucking betray every fucking body. So I'm like, no, you fucking didn't just betray all of us when we this fucking close to victory. And you just betray us. You helping the enemy out while we close. This is bullshit. Yeah, just when Above Majestic come out and is a huge success, she go do this bullshit. Exactly. Hakan, exactly. Just when Majestic come out, a huge fucking success, she go do this bullshit. Go work with that Joe Carlin's motherfucking dark journalist. Just like W. Who is W? I mean, this is some fucking bullshit. It's like it's like the finish line is 10 feet away. You in first place, and there's somebody in your car, whatever, for whatever reason. They sabotage something on the car, slows you down, and you lose your first place, and you've been in your second place, and you was right near the checker flag or something like that. Hakan, just like Dark Jones coming back when Above the yeah, he disappeared into the wilderness and came out, making himself public again. Just when Majestic comes out and is assessed, piece of shit. So that's what I'm talking about. This shit is coming out with Majestic, but there's a lot of other shit that's happening. All this shit, every fucking thing the Cabal doing, we're attacking Q. All this shit is starting to ramp up as we get closer to these midterms and the FISA DECLAS. So this is all suspicious. It's like every time, the two people that betrayed me over the last 2 months, I was so getting secure with them and trusting them and opening up more to them. Then they betrayed me after I started feeling secure and comfortable with them. And this is the same thing, Now I ain't had no reason to distrust her. I already seen her at several conferences. When I looked at the video, when they released them online, I seen her at several conferences already with Corey Good, Jimmy Church, and the rest, Emery Smith. Like, come on, okay, we allied, they unified. And now this shit happened. Now you got her supporters going to turn against Corey Good because they support her. Don't know she been compromised. Don't understand she been compromised. Don't know what the fuck that mean. That she going to actively discredit the Navy secret space program, and they don't know that's not in their benefit. It's not in their benefit if she go help discredit the Navy secret space program. They the ones that been saving us. They are the ones, the reason Q is around, is the Navy. If she go out there discredit Navy secret, she's discrediting Q. That's why she's saying another thing, another fucking red flag. She's saying she don't know nothing about Q. So she is going to be influenced by the people. So she giving like some kind of, stage being set where she could be influenced by the people who saying Q is a lot, because she don't know, because she confused. But somebody found a video where she was told about Q and she know about Q. So she is working for the enemy. She been totally compromised. She working with the fucking enemy now. So this is unacceptable. And the light workers on that page on Destroy Delusion, they even don't, let's focus on peace and love, and not understanding this woman got to be discredited. She's out here helping the enemy because they don't want to deal with the war part, the light workers. That's why a light warrior like me got to sit here and show you what I'm doing. I'm fighting this. I'm not sitting here saying, well, we all going to come together. We all one, blah, blah, blah. Just don't worry about it. Hope the best for her. She is helping ensure our enslavement at what she doing. This is a serious issue right now. What she doing is helping ensure our enslavement. This is unacceptable. She got to be exposed for all the bullshit she on doing these interviews with Joe Colonos, or what the fuck his name is, Carolinos, or what his fucking last name is. So this ain't no that thing about we gonna sit here and hope the best. No, we got to expose her right now. This is bullshit. She had totally betrayed and stabbed us all in the back with a knife. She stabbed in the fucking back, and then she twisted the fucking knife, and then she pushed it up. That's what the fuck she just did. Shit. She and totally is betrayed us. Selling secrets to the enemy, basically. She and totally sold out. So that's what y'all gotta understand. Well, y'all ain't got no questions. I'm about to get off of here because I'm getting tired. This shit is really draining on me. This is, I thought it was gonna be smooth selling to the, to the midterms, to the FISA DECLAS, but it looks like it's gonna be a fight of attrition, a battle of attrition. Fighting for every inch in ground, fighting tooth and nail before we get to the fish lab. Yeah, a friend told me about that interview, Hakan. And Jason Rice did not attack Corey Good, because I was saying that he attacked Corey Good. It's like, and because Jason Rice been saying he want to work with Corey Good, he want to have an interview with Corey Good because he's on Jimmy Church, who's associated with Corey Good, and they friends. And don't let nobody tell you this bullshit. Ain't no way Corey Good did not know Jimmy Church gonna do an interview with Jason Rice, because they close friends. They've been close friends for years, so don't believe that bullshit. So Corey Good knew about that, and probably Dave Wilcott knew about it too. They just ain't telling us. But Jason Rice ain't attacking Corey Good. If he come around attacking Corey Good, then we can be suspicious of him. Or what the thing with Jason Rice, I think he's a Dark Fleet insider. Either he's from a good faction of Dark Fleet, that, and there has been good faction of Dark Fleet, because the SSP Alliance is from defectors from the Dark Fleet. I think he's the real deal, and the only question I got is, he working for himself, which means he want to help humanity, or he is doing propaganda for the Dark Fleet that's left in the soul system, because a lot of Dark Fleet been cut out and left behind that barrier. And is they trying to sit here, put propaganda out here, they doing good things, they didn't like the Draco. If you listen to testimonies, say they didn't really like the deal they did with the Draco. And is they trying to do this propaganda thing because we getting close to liberation, and they want to basically get on humanity's good side? That's the question I got with Jason Rice. But I think he's the real deal. I don't think he's a lark. So that's just my opinion. I think because I'm still watching his testimony and giving him the benefit of the doubt. And if he turn around attacking Corey Good, then my opinions will quickly change. So I'm about to get off of here, y'all. Whatever group you got in Facebook, whatever, go share this. I mean, share this any fucking way. Any disclosure group, whatever, any awakening group, conscious group, share this live, you know, that I'm doing. Share it all. People need to know about this. We need to fight this. We can't afford no division, especially on the massive success of Above Majestic. We cannot sit here and have no division. And this is exactly what the enemy wants. You know the enemy does divide and conquer. They divide us into camps that they can infiltrate for they can conquer and influence. They have a person in the camp being a leader. So when people get divided with Teresa now, her people go with her, she's going to separate and be in her own camp. The Cabal will infiltrate that camp, and they already got her being compromised. So she's going to be influenced by the Cabal and pushing people on the wrong direction. And we can't tolerate that sort of thing to happen. We got to come together. We got to unify. So, damn, my battery about to go out. But like I said, I'm about to get off of here. I might come back later tonight, you know, and do another live on YouTube. So y'all who watching, go share my YouTube channel and tell them to come here, especially my friends, if you mutual friends with my friends on Facebook, or anybody that ain't even my friends on Facebook, tell them to come see this live and subscribe to my channel so they can get the notification when I go live again, so I can reach more people. Because we are in the final stretch, and we need to come together and not let the Cabal, Draco, Orion, whoever the fuck doing this, divide us. Because they're going to put us on a negative timeline if we not unified. That's what Corey Gill keep talking about, unity. We need to come together and work together. That means helping each other. That means visiting each other in person. That means that people can't travel, visiting each other, we pay for their trip. I'm talking about sacrifices. We supposed to got to come together. I'm talking about for real come together. I'm talking about your Facebook friends become your real friends. Not no fake ass, you ain't really my friend on Facebook. I'm just talking to you on doing video calls with you on Facebook, but we really ain't gonna never meet in person to hang out. I'm talking about all that. We need to do all the hang out and be real fucking friends in the disclosure movement. We need to come together for real and support each other. That's what they don't want us to do. So like I say, I'll probably be up here later tonight. And so I see y'all when I see y'all.